Mario, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm fine. How about you?
Thanks for jumping on that. I'm great. Thanks for jumping on that labor tracking thing. I guess Tara originally didn't think it was that big of a deal, and then, I don't know, something came up and it became more important. So, appreciate you jumping on that.
Anytime.
How you doing today, Sebastian?
Good. Yeah, quite cold today,
Is it?
but I'm pretty good.
It's flipping to us. I think it's supposed to be 38 Celsius today here.
I see. Yeah, I would say enjoy while you can.
Yeah. I actually am, but it's kind of a funny thing that we talk about here oftentimes, like the people that would prefer it to be cold or to be warm. Like, nobody likes extremes of either side, but if I have to choose if it's hot or cold, I would rather it be hot.
Yeah, always. Yeah.
Okay, we got everybody? Feels so...
Maybe.
We don't have the
Oh, where?
TLDV
I thought
stuff.
I thought I just let that in.
It was weird today.
Oh.
Like
Oh, here it is. There
it
it
had
is.
deny or something else, or view lobby. You had to go and view the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's only one time thing, and then like I don't know. It's kinda
Okay,
weird.
well, it joined now, so I
Yeah.
think we should be good. Let's go ahead and get started.
Okay. Well, I was working on a couple of issues. One of them was an issue. The other one was merge conflict that I needed to resolve. I did those fixes, and also I take care of the SASL envelope stuff. I created a pull request for that, and now I am going to take another story from the list. That's my status so far.
Okay. Well, I spent some time with the pull request mergings with latest master. There are several with conflicts that I am reviewing. Meanwhile, I'm also I started working on the bending project. So you added a story for designing, right? So I added three phases stories for start working on that and rename that story that you assigned to me, saying that that will be the MVP, right?
Right.
Only, right?
Yep.
Because I created three stories, phase 1, 2, and 3, for the MVP only. Then we need a second milestone for everything else, right?
Right, yeah.
Reprints, costs, or whatever, right?
Yeah, and I think that's the best way to go about it. Let's get that first part done, and then we'll reevaluate, and then we'll go from there.
So phase 1 will be groundwork and adding flexibility that doesn't necessarily will make operators change their daily routines, right? So that's basically what that is. The second phase will be the big one, where we will add the portal plus allow them to that will be the big thing, capacity plus portal. And once they feel comfortable about how we manage the capacity and the rules and the blockers and so on, the phase 3 will be automation, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, that's the plan.
Excellent.
And also, I don't remember exactly where else. Oh, Minted. Yeah, I spent some time with Minted because we need another code change on the importer side.
Is that for the Euroflap one? Is that?
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
their envelope for that specific paper type is different. It has a different flap height, and we need to use another media. Everything goes straight into the same product, so we need to somehow override the media we are using when we ingest the order. So I created a story for that. That's something, yeah, relatively easy or scoped to Minted importer side. So
Is that something that Mario could help with, or is it something you're going to
think
need
so.
to do? So
Yeah,
that
I
would maybe
think
be a
so.
good one, Mario, if you wanted to take
Yeah,
that
sure.
one. Since you're looking at something, and I
Just-
know I've been watching a lot of back and forth with Jamie, so that's probably somewhat urgent, right?
Just a little question: is not possible to just duplicate the product with a different media, or it's not that
Same
easy?
thing. If we duplicate, I put both options. One is that one, and the other is overriding the media ID.
I see.
If we decide to duplicate the product, that's fine, but still we need a code change in the importer to say, okay, for this situation, we need this other SKU,
Right.
right? So,
Yeah, it's the same.
and it's the same. We still need the code change. In my opinion, it feels more natural because we already have
Media
media
interchange.
mapping from a code,
Right.
right? So it feels quite natural to say, okay, let's apply the media mapping rule for that specific code, and if there's something, let's change it, right? If
That
there's
media
if-
already exists, or we need to create a new media?
No, we need to create that new media.
With the values
Right.
for the new size
Exactly.
of the envelope, right?
Of the open flap.
Open
Right,
flap,
exactly. So everything is not in that story, but it's in that Minted thread, so you will find it in the emails. We have measurements there.
Yeah, no, I read that.
Okay, good.
I read
So
What do you
instead
think
of,
on the story point size on this?
maybe an S.
Um,
I don't know.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Since you're working
Yes.
on it, I'll let you have the pole position on it, Mario.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's okay.
Okay. Do you have any other questions on that right now?
No, for now.
Okay. And then I assume you can probably just reach out to Sebastian if you run into any blockers or have any other additional questions. It sounds like he's pretty familiar with it.
Sure. Thanks.
If you want some payload samples, there are some in live already. So in the emails, you will see there's a badge that they mentioned somewhere. So
Mhm.
you can grab that badge, go to the order, and you will have one there.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. It was me, and I think that let me see if there was something else. No, that's it for me.
Okay. Mostly, the cloud printer, getting the stuff released for certain dates, and then and trying to come up with I've come up with a pretty good way to do it that we'll have for the future.
So are you gonna have to create like or do you have like a piece of code or a script or something for that, or is it more a test, or
It's a test. It could be maybe made to be something in the UI or something, but right now it's a test, and I made it so that it would look at a file, so you wouldn't have to put in.
But before you go on, let's back up, because I don't think Sebastian and Mario know anything about it. And maybe if they have ideas too. So we took on Cloud Printer started doing wholesale products with us, and so when we get those, like we got like 67,000 books from them, and then they all get dumped into hold for production, because Tara needs to kind of be able to control when they come out and when they're due. And so they're due over like the next 4 weeks, right? So she broke them up into like these chunks where it's like there's a group of them that are due on the 14th, there's another group due on the 21st, and then there's another group due on the 28th. So she called yesterday and was just asking, like, hey, in order for me to change all the due dates on these after they were submitted, because they kind of run the shop. I think we all are pretty aware of this now, that they basically run it on due dates. And so, they come over the API and they have, whatever the SLA due date is, and then they need to be adjusted to match those actual due dates. And in the UI, you can only do 1,000 at a time, and then it has to process through that. So you can imagine if you have 67,000 of them, to go through and do 1,000 of them and then wait for that to process and then go to the next, that's not reasonable thing. So she said, hey, can you do this in the back end, and would it be quicker? And our initial thought was like, oh yeah, sure, I think that should be pretty easy. And then when Chuck got into it and he ran his query against the data, they didn't match up. Like they were close, but they were like 5 off, but like some of them were like kind of going to like a separate entity or different.
Yeah, there's like I don't know exactly, but I think they probably go to a different address. There was like some, I can't remember what they called it, business code or something.
Yeah, and it wasn't like a huge discrepancy. It was only about 4 or 5 records, but we all know that like we have to try to be more precise than that. And so then it turned into a bigger project, and it was something that we were doing on the fly. And maybe there's a better way to do it. We don't know, but Chuck spent the majority of the day yesterday figuring out a way to manage those and to get all the files where they're supposed to be, and blah 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 blah. And so while he was doing that, I'd gone down and just confirmed with Chase and Tara, like it looks like this is probably going to be an ongoing thing where they're going to be dumping these huge $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 book orders on us. And she's going to always want them to go into hold for production, because she's going to want to manage when their due dates are. And so we're going to have this issue where there's these giant blocks of books, and how do we manage them? Because doing them at 1,000 at a time isn't sufficient. They're too big for that. And so as Chuck was going through it, and maybe we'll wait until Monday when Ryan and the rest of the team is back. I think it'd be good to have this discussion with everybody. But I said, hey, we're going to probably have to come up with some solution, whether it's always going to come to the dev team, maybe, or maybe we want to build like a bulk solution like we've done before where you can copy all the IDs and let it run. I don't know exactly what the best way to do it is, and when we have the whole team together, I want to have this discussion, but it's not going away. Like, in fact, they're talking about an order in December that's going to maybe be 200,000 books. And there's no way Terra's going to want to just have those dumped directly into production, especially in November and December. And Vendit is going to come into play on this because they're going to be vending these books too. And so we're going to have to figure out a way they're going to be in hold for production, and how do we get as easily as possible, so you get an idea of what the problem is anyways, right?
Right. So those products are already set up to go on hold for production
Yes.
by default, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not an issue at all.
No, they were already there. They were sitting in there yesterday, about 67,000, something like that.
Right. And the issue is by doing the selection, they can only select 100. You said
It's 1,000.
1,000. And
1,000, and they can. That's not enough, right?
No.
yeah, I was gonna try to do like, like I think I had put in 20. Like, you could just go in the address bar and change it to 20,000, and that might have worked. But the problem is that they sent a spreadsheet and it said these orders are for this day, and these orders are for this day.
Oh.
And so it and then when I did the math, looked at the day added for them, based on what they said, then it was off by a little bit. And they made it sound like it sounded important enough that none of them were with the wrong one. So that's why I ended up having to try to do it by the order. If we can avoid having to go by the order, that helps a lot.
Yeah, I think what we need to do is to apply a filter release by filter, right? If we say, let's say we have that grid, and we filter that grid by partner ID and also by SLA date or due date or whatever, and then we say, okay, whatever we have in the filter, let's go and release that. So they don't even have to select.
Oh yeah, they don't have to select it all. Yeah, that would be
That's a good idea.
Great. And it could be, I mean, it could be an
that's not a big project, right?
Like a button. Yeah, a button says, that's not big at all.
So that's what we wanted to do. We just kind of got caught yesterday, and then you know how those things go. Then you start down the path and you're like, oh, that's not quite right. And so you're just kind of scrambling last minute to do it. And so, but since it is going to be most likely an ongoing thing that's going to happen, I want to say I think that they told me once that they do it like quarterly. So it's like 4 times a year where they just print like these huge quantities of these books, and then they sell them, and then they put it in a reorder. And so I'm sure that there might be a better way that we can do it. But again, I just, like yesterday, we were just kind of scrambling a little bit. And then plus we kind of, we have a bunch of our team that are out, and so we're all kind of picking up all their stuff too. And so it's kind of a chaotic day yesterday, but once we could think about it, that's what I wanted to do. So that's a good idea. And anyways, appreciate that. So that's what that is, just so you kind of have an idea of what it was. And it sounds like you got maybe a good solution that we could use. So that'd be good.
I don't know how the actual mechanism is to release hold for production, but why we have a limit for 1,000?
I think it was just to chunk it so it was reasonable.
It would take a
It's
real
just the
long
bulk
time.
update, right?
Yeah.
So it's processing on the browser. It's at least processed in the browser,
I see.
so that you can
I don't even know where the hold for production release
It's
is.
in
I've never
reports.
done it.
In reports, yeah.
reports, and hold for production in the middle down.
So when
The-
you go here, it
So-
sets it at 100, but the maximum is 1,000.
Right.
And so what you were
let's say-
saying, Chuck, is you just changed it up here to,
Yeah, up in there at the very end.
20,000.
Yeah, I changed that to 20,000, and it took a little bit for it to load, but we could have done it that way. But we needed to just find the ones. Well,
Right.
their list. There was nothing that we saved that looked like what they had in their orders to differentiate them, and then there was so we only had the date added to go off of, and it wasn't quite. It didn't quite line
Sufficient.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So scroll up, Chad. Let's say you filter by partner. You can in the first column. Let's say they're something minted. I think you have a few for minted.
yeah.
Or yeah, whatever. You filter something.
Yeah, you could type in mint in that search bar,
Oh.
and then it's a little bit easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Filter.
you would say, so we would go and do cloud printer,
Right.
wholesale, but,
Mhm.
and then we do
Right.
that.
Right. And now let's say you also have an extra column that we should add that is called SLA do. Right, and filter by that as well.
Except
And-
that we
and
won't
then-
have. Oh, sorry.
We
We
won't
wouldn't
have
do
that.
that for Cloud
Yeah,
Printer. We're changing. So and an account manager, when they do this, then it asks them about the due date. It doesn't for us. I think it's if you're customer service or something. But but we would be, at least with the one yesterday, we're going off of when it was added is how we
Oh,
decided.
really? Okay, so great.
what-
We already have that
yeah.
information.
Yeah, right here.
Let's say
Yeah.
order added, then we filter by that date, and maybe as soon as we filter by something or by those specific two columns or whatever we decide, a new button can appear there at the top right, saying,
Mhm.
okay, let's release everything for that
Yeah, and-
filter.
If you select,
That's-
so there's a button that shows up if you select, so could you select a couple of columns?
okay.
Yeah, so it could be
Good, one
Something like
item.
that.
one next to it maybe that says,
Right.
schedule, schedule all, 16,217 to be released. Yeah.
But yeah,
That's another
we won't know
option.
that number.
Yeah,
Right? Because
we would.
We need we need to make sure, or we need to let the user know that we will be releasing not only what's visible on the grid, but also anything else that is there. Because maybe there's more than just 1,000, right? So
Yeah.
that's why we need to say release by filter, everything in the filter, and then a pop-up saying, hey, this will potentially release more than what you see.
yeah.
Yeah, so if you did select all, is that what you would do? And then you would make sure that that number matched the number you're expecting?
Or maybe just if you're not selecting anything, then it would say
Yeah.
schedule, however many the number
Oh.
is of the total.
That's a good idea. If you
Yeah.
don't select anything, then we are going off the filter.
Yeah, okay.
And have a warning, like Sebastian said.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you're about to,
So that's what they want to do. Yeah.
to do a big change.
Uh-huh.
Because then what they're doing, and I don't know, do I just not have the due date? Because that's normally what they're changing, right? Is just
Yeah.
the,
Yeah, but it doesn't show in here, but it doesn't need to because they're going to be changing it. So that when they schedule it, then so there already is a pop-up that comes up. But anyway, and that pop-up for I think customer service level or something, then or maybe it's something that just like Tara and maybe Jamie have, and it asks them a due date, so they can just select it there.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to release these because I'm afraid if I hit this, then it will do, but
Yeah, just
I'm guessing if I hit this, it asks me for a due date. Right? And I think that's what
well,
they do.
I don't know if it does when we go in. I don't think it does, but
If I hit this, would it release these or would it or does
I'm
it
trying to
bring a
remember.
pop-up? Yeah. Well, I don't want to.
Select just one so that we can so that we could just undo that one. And then
This
but
action.
it does come up with
How can you
Uh.
undo that thing?
well, I think it'll
Oh,
oh yeah. I was pretty confident that it would show up. So yeah, it doesn't unless you're it doesn't ask you for a or does that's not letting you edit it, is it? Does it?
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think if you're customer service, then it lets you edit the date too.
but I'm a super admin though. Shouldn't it let me do it?
You would think, and we're all super admin. All devs, I think, are super admin. It doesn't unless you have the customer service or something that Terra has.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyway,
So, anyways, I mean, at the end of the day, what we need
probably
to
want
do
to fix
is
that
just
for us. Yeah.
is find a way to better filter and get them all in there, and then allow for bulk use, like you said, that if there's a huge number, to be able to select all of them and not have to go 1,000 at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, it sounds like I think we got a pretty good handle on how we could do that relatively easy. So that'd be great. And yeah, we'll go from there.
I'll create a story
Okay,
for what we just said.
great.
And then as far as there was creating partners, then there's an error, and it looks like it's because employees aren't updated in dev, and if it has Troy as the salesperson, then it doesn't find him there when it's copying the partner. I think it's trying to just use the same ID, and so it fails, and then it leaves the button there, so it doesn't look like it got added, and if you keep clicking it, it keeps adding the partner over and over in live, but it doesn't go to dev. Anyway, I created a bug report for that, but I also kind of am figuring it out. So
If you have that and you're working on it, just make sure your name is on it so somebody else doesn't.
yeah, that's a good point, because I created it and then I ended up starting to figure it out. So yeah, I'll do that. And then that's pretty much it.
For me, it was a fun day yesterday. Got to do some releasing of some interesting pull requests, but looked like everything went well. Thanks for everybody's help on getting this out. Seems like they're going well, but yeah, it probably did cause a lot of merge conflicts and stuff. Today, gonna look and see what else we can get out. I know Dan was really wanting to get the UI redesign. One of Mario's out, so I was going to take a look at that. And then it sounds like potentially that minted one that Mario's working on, or
The minted one, and
the
there's
Zazzle one.
there's a Zazzle one, and then there's this labor tracking one. Mario just submitted a PR on that. I don't know if somebody probably still has to review that though.
That's already out, right?
I don't think, no.
It's completed.
It is?
Did it sneak out with your stuff yesterday?
I don't think so.
Hey, while he's looking, Chuck, did we ever hear anything about the Zazzle shipping issue yesterday? They were saying it wasn't working. Did that just go away, I guess?
Yeah, it was here and there. Like
Okay.
Oh,
It's
there is a bug. There is canceled billable, at least when they scan that, possibly canceled. If they get an item that was canceled billable, then they're getting an error that says no reference exception instead of it saying it was canceled. But I created a bug report for that.
That PR is still in review, Sebastian.
Yeah, sorry, I was wrong. I was in the
Oh, no.
wrong tab.
No worries. You got worried me there for a minute. I was like, then look at it. Unless you looked at it, then
It was an immaculate PR release.
there you go. It just decided it wanted to go out, so it did.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no worries. I don't think. I just looked at it. I don't think we need to update any products. Oh, I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think we have the. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. So I'm gonna look at that and see what I can get out for that stuff, and try and get this Alexander's order through finally. There's a bunch of stuff in order imported for Cloud Printer. I sent Jason an email on it, so don't worry about canceling those or airing those out until we hear back from him, because it's like there's like 140 plus orders for Cloud Printer that's stuck. And so I'm hoping that Chase can get them to fix it. If not, I guess we can air them all out, but I'd rather not, probably. So yeah. And then whatever else pops up today, which I'm sure will be something. Oh,
Yeah.
There's some Printify stuff. I'm very confused by his email.
Oh, I was wondering about that. I read that this morning too.
He said, I noticed some tests failed before production credentials update, and it looks like the sandbox environment is currently down. Could you restore access so we can finalize this testing? I don't is he saying our sandbox environment's down?
Because we don't have one, do we?
Well, it's dev, but it's not down.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So I was going to follow up with him on that, but it just sucks because
They're gonna be gone, yeah.
it's a 12-hour delay
Yeah.
between. So I'm going to try and get some information and send him. That's all for me.
Okay, Chuck, sorry about yesterday, but I know I'd assigned some stuff, so maybe take a look at these. And if you need any help, it sounds like Mario is kind of a little bit open too, so if there's something maybe you could have him help you with, since you lost your whole day. Sorry to volunteer you, Mario, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Sure.
And then I have this one. Let me read this. I feel like I just wasn't sure. So can we duplicate the following product and add 3 new notebook products for Papier? This is normally something Rebecca would do. I don't know if anybody could help with this, or I don't really know what's involved in it, to be completely honest with you, so I wasn't sure what to do with it.
Doesn't sound terrible. Oh. Spiral Academic. Oh, these are the academic year diary. Are they special in any way? Does anybody know?
I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know.
This will need new page styles as well as
Oh,
matching the new book blocks. Fine, plain, and dotted. Those are the page styles.
yeah, the new. I guess that's the 3 new notebooks: 1 line, 1 plain, and 1 dotted one.
Okay.
So they're probably it's probably the same, yeah. But instead of it being a diary, an academic year diary, then it's just a line notebook or a plain, which basically just means it's different guts. It's a different notebook guts, just page style.
Okay. I don't know that I think this is terribly urgent, and so I'm kind of thinking I'm going to assign this to Rebecca, and she can do it on Monday. But I just wanted to, I don't know. I guess if she comes back and is hollering about it, but this is, please forgive my facetiousness on this, but she actually did not put high importance on this, so I'm feeling like it probably can wait a couple of days. Because she puts
Maybe.
high importance on everything. So, anyways,
Not so
I'll
long-
let you.
Yeah.
Oh, go
Not
ahead.
so long ago, I queried all the page styles that Papier was using, and mainly all of them started with Papier in the name,
Yeah, I think so.
right? Except
Yeah, because
white.
they're Papier, they were Papier specific. But yeah,
Right.
white probably isn't.
Except white. So if we use line, plain, and dotted, I don't know how to say it, dotted.
Got it, yeah.
Yeah, that's
There you
good.
go.
Got it. But will they be
It's,
their own or not? Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I
it
don't
could
know.
be either. Sometimes sometimes it's still personalized. So yeah, that's something that would have to be
Yeah.
found out.
Maybe it's still fine. I don't know.
Okay. Well, like I said, I think that this can probably wait a couple of days, and so I'll reach out to you guys if for some reason this is more urgent than that, but I'm getting the feeling it's not, and it probably can just wait, and then Rebecca's a little more familiar with what she does with this, and so I'll let her take it. But I just wanted to, in case somebody saw something that,
Right.
I just wanted to take a quick look at it. Other than that, I think everything is kind of. There's.
And you
Okay,
know
you
what?
put this one.
Those will also batch with the component, with the cat component, which maybe it's okay for them because it's Papier, and even though they are common page styles, I don't know. That's something maybe it's worth asking.
I don't know what this means. Partner's name show. This just came in. Oh, that was the wrong button.
Huh?
I do.
I noticed that when we print tickets for a case,
The partner name shows.
yeah,
Just
they
the
asked
partner
us
name.
to.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't understand. Okay, I'll follow up on that. I'll see what she's
Well,
asking. on
whatever
that.
it was Sebastian's fault, probably. I bet. I saw him down there the other day.
Oh, Sebastian sneaking in the back door and causing
He-
problems.
He comes into the shop to mess with us.
Okay, so I'll see if I can figure out what's going on with that. Making a pick list, not all of the jobs. Partner's name show. Somebody has got to give a class on how to be
That's
clear
weird
in
from
what
now.
your question is. I don't even know what the question is here.
It's weird from
Seriously.
Noelia. I'm deciphering. She's saying not all of the partner names are showing on the jobs. Is what I would guess she's trying to say.
Oh, so sometimes they're not showing, maybe.
Yeah, which is true because
Oh,
Cloud
okay.
or it's true because Wonderly and Historic Newspaper. So if it can't determine,
Who the
basically
partner is.
it shows the partner name if the batch is comprised of all one partner. But because Cloud Printer and Historic Newspaper are technically two partners, even though it's the same product and they're sort of the same, it won't show.
And I think what you meant to say was Wonderly and not
What did I
Cloud
say?
and
Oh,
Historic.
dang it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderly and Historic Newspaper are the same
Yeah.
partner, kind of, basically. But it won't show because the batches have multiple partners.
Mhm.
Okay, got it.
If that's
I-
what she's talking about.
I think it is. That would make sense to me because when I'm looking at this now, I can see the blanks, and so I think she's saying they're not always showing. So, okay, I will go talk to Mike about that and let him take it. So, all right. Okay,
Or we
well,
should check on Noelia and make sure she didn't have a screw.
you don't know. What would you know about that?
I've had one. It was pretty awesome.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that that's all I had. If we want to, I mean, I know it's just kind of been a crazy week with Ryan and Rebecca out, so I think we'll just keep going on the stuff we're going on and just kind of keep taking whatever it is. So, and I'll just pass on whatever I see come up.
Mhm.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Thank you. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
See ya.